In the golden haze of a late summer afternoon, the rich scent of earth and diesel fills the air. A crowd gathers at the edge of a freshly plowed field, smartphones in hand and cameras rolling. It's not a typical day on the farm, this is a showdown, decades in the making. On one side, a gleaming 2025 smart tractor hums softly, its sleek body glinting with AI-powered precision. On the other, a beast from the past, a 1970s tractor, rugged and raw, chugs and coughs like a warhorse ready to charge. This isn't just a battle of metal and might. It's horsepower versus hyperintelligence. Tradition versus technology. Grit versus grid. Engines roar as anticipation crackles in the air. The old tractor growls with mechanical pride, its thick tires caked in mud from years of hard, honest labor. It bears the scars of decades, dented panels, faded paint, a seat worn smooth by generations of hands and hours under the open sky. Beside it, the 2025 model whispers almost silently, its electric drive and sensor suite barely audible. It gleams like a spacecraft landed among the cornrows, operated with a touch screen instead of gears, guided by satellites rather than gut instinct. The announcer's voice echoes through a set of portable speakers, riling up the crowd. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the ultimate horsepower battle, where the past meets the future in a test of strength, speed, and sheer farm muscle. Cheers erupt. Farmers young and old line the fences, some rooting for the nostalgic charm of the 70s icon, others cheering for the promise and power of smart agriculture. A drone buzzes overhead, streaming the event live to thousands more online. This isn't just a contest, it's a celebration of how far we've come and how much we've dared to dream. The first challenge is a straight-up pull test. A weighted sled is hooked to both tractors, one after the other. The 1970s machine goes first. Its driver, a third-generation farmer with calloused hands and a baseball cap stained with sweat, grips the steering wheel and nods. With a puff of black smoke, the engine snarls and lurches forward, tires gripping, gears grinding, as the old warrior drags the load across the field. The crowd roars with appreciation, this is muscle, grit, and memory in motion. The machine stumbles slightly midway, but powers on, finishing with a grunt and a puff of steam. Then, it's the smart tractor's turn. No driver steps in. Instead, a technician taps a few commands on a tablet. The machine starts with a faint hum, its electric engine barely louder than the wind. Guided by sensors, it begins pulling. There's no drama, no fuss, just seamless, calculated motion. The load moves steadily, without jerks or strain. It glides across the field, finishing the task in record time, efficiency embodied. Some gasp. Others look skeptical. It was fast, but was it impressive? Next comes the obstacle course, a twisted line of barrels, tight turns, and simulated livestock crossings. The 70s tractor tackles the course with bravado. The driver shifts gears like a concert pianist on a wild piano, the engine groaning with every adjustment. It's a ballet of brute force. The crowd claps and whistles with every turn made without tipping a barrel. The driver finishes with a triumphant rev of the engine and a raised fist. Pride and precision, fueled by experience. Now the smart tractor. It calculates its path, processes terrain data in milliseconds, and maneuvers the maze with eerie grace. No stalling. No panic. Just smooth, perfect arcs and stops. It slows when it detects the mock animals, gives them space, and resumes with robotic patience. There's awe, but also unease. Where's the sweat? Where's the struggle? For the final round, it's a productivity test, a simulated 10-acre plowing session. Both machines are equipped and sent to work. The old tractor, faithful and firm, chugs steadily, furrowing rows like it's done for decades. Dust clouds rise behind it. The driver sits tall, checking depth, adjusting angles, keeping rhythm. It's hard, hot work, but it gets done. The smart tractor, meanwhile, deploys drones to scan the soil, adjusts its blade angle automatically, and synchronizes with weather data to optimize its performance. In less time, it covers more ground with surgical precision, each furrow a mirror image of the last. No oversight needed. No human error. Just cold, consistent excellence. The results are tallied. The smart tractor wins on almost every metric: speed, efficiency, precision. But the old tractor wins hearts. It was a living symbol of sweat equity, of battles won against the elements. It roared, struggled, and pushed through like every farmer before modern tools came to lighten the load. The crowd is torn. Young kids marvel at the future: tractors you can run from your phone, ones that don't need fuel or rest. Older farmers, misty-eyed, recall when they first sat behind a steering wheel like the one on the '70s model, when a machine was a partner, not a program. The smart tractor represents a future of sustainability and precision. It promises to feed a growing planet without killing the soil. But it doesn't wave. It doesn't cheer. It doesn't understand the land, it just reads it. As the sun dips lower, painting the field in gold, both tractors are driven, though programmed, back to the line. The old machine exhales its last puff of smoke for the day, like a warrior making up his armor. The smart tractor powers down silently, ready for updates. And maybe that's the real story here. Not a winner or loser, but a legacy passed on. From greasy gears to green technology, from raw strength to refined systems. This horsepower battle was more than a contest. It was a dialogue between past and future, a tribute to how far we've come, and a challenge to never forget where we started. As the crowd disperses, conversations buzz with excitement and reflection. Kids tug at their parents' sleeves, dreaming of commanding smart tractors with their voice. Elders lean on fences, sharing stories of breakdowns, breakthroughs, and the stubborn joy of doing things the hard way. Somewhere, amid laughter and fading light, quiet truth settles over the theme. Whether it runs on diesel or data, the heart of farming will always be the hands that care for the land. In the end, the horsepower battle doesn't end with a trophy. It ends with respect. Respect for resilience. Respect for innovation. And above all, respect for the enduring spirit of those who ride the line between what was and what's next.